Cold calling for your real estate company in 2024 is the worst idea you could possibly do for your real estate company, especially if you're just starting out. Hey everybody, my name is Mike, and in today's video, we're diving deep into the reasons why cold calling is a terrible idea, especially if you're just starting out in real estate wholesaling in 2024. If this is the first time that you're joining my channel, warm welcome. On this channel, we journey through my experience of building an off-market real estate empire from 0 to 7 figures in just 18 months in 2018. And beyond real estate, we delve into mastering sales and the art of self-development to transform your life. So with just over 400 real estate transactions and nearly $7 million in wholesale fees under my belt, not to mention hosting a bunch of events to help people like yourself, let's dive in. So quick introduction for what real estate wholesaling is, because you're likely just getting started if you're watching this video. Real estate wholesaling is when you make an offer to a homeowner that's in distress, whether it be a financial distress or the property's physically distressed. You make an offer below market value. Let's say they accept an offer at $200,000, and then you're going to go find an investor that's likely going to buy it as a rental, or they're going to buy it as a fix and flip or move and flip or whatever. You're going to sell it to them at $220,000, and that $20,000 difference is your profit that you get to take home. So a couple of the biggest misconceptions in real estate wholesaling is that you get paid quick and that it's easy. Yeah, to be direct, there are big checks and you can make a lot of money. Absolutely. It can be a great stream of income, active stream of income, but it is not easy, and sometimes deals fall through and things happen, and most of the time there are more fires to put out than not. And so I want to talk a lot about why cold calling is just not ideal for beginners. So one of the worst pieces of advice that I hear people give new real estate wholesalers all the time is you have to get on a dialer and you have to cold call yourself because you have to put reps in. That is a terrible idea. First of all, if you're buying a list, and let's say you're buying a list of 8,000 to 10,000 records, okay? Most of those people, you're not going to say most of those people, but a good chunk of those people, maybe 20 to 40% of those people, you're not even calling the right individual. It's likely going to be a wrong number, okay? The other 40 to 50% of those people aren't going to be interested in your low offer. And then the other percentage, okay, they might be willing to look at an offer, but the chances that they're going to take your low under market value offer is just slim to none. And you have to filter through a lot of people. And by the time it takes for you to go through that whole list, your competitor right down the road has hired a cold caller to blast through that list that's way more experienced than you are. So it's kind of almost by luck you have to get a deal if you're dialing yourself. Terrible idea. You're going to be rejected all the time. If you're holding down a full-time W-2 job at the same time, it's going to be almost impossible for you to get through a whole list before a competitor down the road gets to the list first. The other really bad piece of advice is that you should hire one cold caller or 2 cold callers or maybe even 3 cold callers. So let's break this down for a second. So you're likely going to have, each cold caller is probably going to produce 0.5 to 3 leads per day per caller. Okay. That's kind of depending on the marketplace. Obviously, if you're in smaller markets where there's more high volume and you're in like where price ranges are $200,000 to $300,000, you can get more leads per day per caller. But if you're in like very competitive markets, like the market I grew up in, which was King County, Washington, or Pierce County, or LA County, or San Diego County, or Boston, or even some places in the Carolinas now, they're getting fairly competitive, or South Florida, super competitive, Atlanta, you're likely going to be at, 1 to 1.5 leads per caller per day. So let's just say that the average person has $10,000 that they can invest into their business. Okay. So when you start out, especially with cold calling, this is what I tell everybody, do not expect to see any money back for a 6-month period when you're just starting out with a brand new list in a brand new market, not knowing anybody. It's likely going to take you 6 months. So if I have $10,000, I'm spreading my $10,000 budget over the course of 6 months. That's between $1,500 to $1,700 per month I can spend. Okay. So if we do the math and you hire a cold caller from a call center, let's just say $6.50 an hour, and you pay him for 160 hours, that's going to be $1,040. Okay. So that's not including your dialer, which is probably going to be around $125, $150, whoever it is that you use. Then you're going to have to pay for your numbers. Okay. Let's just say it's another $50 for DIDs and phone numbers. Then you're going to have to pay probably close to $1,000 just for your data. Okay. Maybe you get a cheaper source. Maybe you're paying $700. You're already at $1,900 with one cold caller. That one cold caller is going to produce 1.5 leads a day. So you're at 33 leads a day, or 33 leads a month with one cold caller. 33 leads in a competitive market is not going to get you anywhere except broke and no money in your bank account with no deals, being very, very discouraged. So getting one cold caller does not make any sense. Even 3 cold callers. Now, if you have 3 cold callers, you're probably spending $4,000 or $5,000 a month over the course of 6 months. Not a lot of people have that type of money, especially if you're going into this game with no sales experience and no real experience. That's a lot of money to just kind of throw at a service business when you're building building something that you can't even sell or really build equity in. You honestly might as well take that money and put that into a business that you're very familiar with and that you're an expert on versus like the marketing and sales, because that's what a real estate wholesaling company is. Now, if you are coming into this industry with a lot of sales experience, for example, look at our man Eric Klein down in North Carolina. He had 13 years of sales experience. He sold a company worth tens of millions of dollars, built a telemarketing sales company. Yes, he can walk into the business. He can get 8 to 10 cold callers because he's got money and he can afford it. And he's going to be cranking out deals in a month or two because he knows the game. But if you're just like anyone else and you don't have this type of experience, I'm telling you, you're going to be losing money. You're not going to be getting any deals. So this is the alternative. And this is what I suggest. Okay. Now, this isn't a silver bullet, but this is what I would do if I had no experience and I had a little bit of money on the side to invest into my business. So instead of taking that $1,500 a month and going and getting a cheap cold caller that's not going to do anything for me, I should go to a source like Need to Sell My House Fast or Speed to Lead, or I think it's Lead Zolo, or somewhere where you can go where you can pay per inbound lead. This is super, super important because now instead of me paying money to talk to people that don't want to talk to me, I can pay money to talk to people that actually want to talk to me, that have gone onto a website, that they understand they're probably getting lower than market value. Their house is beat up. They need to sell somewhat quickly. They already are expecting to speak with you. Now this literally just comes down to, do I have it in me to negotiate and to sell? And that is a skill that you can develop. You want to control what you can control. If I can talk to motivated sellers and I can practice my sales pitch, don't be doing your reps and putting in reps with sellers that don't want to talk to you. Put in your reps with sellers that want to talk to you. I would say, I mean, we've done a lot of deals with cold calling. That was like our bread and butter the entire time that our business was operating, but we also had like 10 plus cold callers going at a time. But our PPC campaign, when our PPC was turned on, man, we were cranking out deals. I mean, we would put in $7,000 to $8,000 a month and we were making 50 to 60 grand a month just from PPC. But I would be a little wary of PPC as well, because sometimes you can't control the types of leads that you're getting. And if you get linked up with a bad provider, that can cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. That's why I like PPL, pay per lead, because a lot of these sources like Need to Sell My House Fast, they'll actually give you a refund if it's vacant land, a mobile home, or it's listed on the market. So you're actually guaranteed a quality lead of somebody that wants to talk to you. So guys, if you found this video to be helpful, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I'm going to be putting out content almost daily. I would probably say 40 to 50% of my content is going to be around sales, around marketing, around building a side hustle where you can pay out, make a little bit of money. And so if you found this content valuable, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share with other fellow entrepreneurs. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.